What's up, everyone, and welcome back to day 15 of the Digital Golf Docs 30-day Golf Mobility Challenge. Again, we're going to go through 5 minutes a day of workouts for 30 straight days, and you're going to end with the best golf mobility you've ever had. Today, we're going to focus on the low back, so we're going to flip onto our stomachs to start, and we're going to press into the ground, lifting the chest up, front of your thighs stay down, touching the ground, and then you're going to lower down. These first few presses might be kind of low as we start to loosen up the vertebrae and the joints in our lower back. And then we can progressively go a little bit higher each repetition. We want to stretch across the abs, maybe a little bit of tension in the lower back. And we are going to take it from this a little bit more passive type of movement into an active movement in just 2 more repetitions. And last one we'll drive up, and then we'll come back down. We're going to float our hands off the ground, bring our chest up, and lower down. Bring the chest up, and lower down. Maintain nice even breath throughout this movement. Again, now we've moved into the active component, so you should feel some stress and muscles working in your lower back because you're driving all the movement from there. We're no longer pushing off the ground. We're still going into that lumbar extension position, anterior tilt of our pelvis. That's a movement we have to be able to make with our pelvis rapidly to really put a lot of upward drive and impact into the golf swing, which gives us that higher launch angle and how you see guys like Rory and Justin Thomas bomb it, even though they are relatively small in stature. Alright, next we're going to press up into a plank position, and we're going to go back into downward facing dog. So, on this first movement here, I like to pedal my legs out just a little bit, start letting the calves and hamstrings loosen up, sinking down a little bit further with each repetition. Hands wide, driving your palms into the ground, pushing your head back between your shoulders, and let's take 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Next, we're going to drop back into that plank position. We're going to lower down like we're doing a push-up. Once we get there, we're going to use our hands to press into the ground, peel the chest up, lower back down, press up into the plank again, shift back into downward facing dog, and we'll hang out here for 2 breaths. And then we drop back down, lower down, press our chest up, let it come down, press into push-up, shift back in the down dog. This time we're going to take 1 breath. And now what we're going to do is flow through that movement a handful of times. Nice and smooth. You can transition right up in the downward dog. Brief pause, lower back down. So now we're really getting dynamic with our movement, adding a lot of flexibility and stretch to our hamstrings, to our calves, really working the strength of our chest and triceps, mobility in our lower back and our thoracic spine. And we're going to flow through 3 more times, including this one. That's 1. Control your breathing still. Don't hold your breath. You don't want to be getting real red in the face, unless it's just because you're getting a little bit warm, because this takes some effort. Good, and that's 3. Now that I'm back in this beginning position, I'm going to pedal my legs out a little bit again. Really try and drive that ankle mobility. You'd be surprised how much ankle mobility comes into play with the golf swing. 1 more flow for good measure. Last deep breath. Back to plank. You can drop back to your knees. Roll onto your backside. Shake your hands out. Hopefully there's some effort and work going on in your upper body. And that'll conclude day 15 of our 30-day golf mobility challenge. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 16.